Pittock Mansion and Christmas is back in action. Cor Harlan is there now to show us around, and you've been finding some pretty cool stuff this morning, Cor.
Well, Jenny, we're in the formal dining room here, Christmas dinner. I have a copy of the 1914 Christmas dinner menu that started out with grapefruit, chicken consomme with oysters as a starter, chicken consomme with oysters, olives, and then a main dish of roast goose with applesauce, sweet potatoes and sherry, with an orange endive salad, and for dessert, pippins and cheese, plum pudding with brandy sauce. It all sounds really cool. This is part of the holiday makeup for the Pittock Mansion, and if you haven't been up here for the holidays, you should come up here because it's really a neat look back into Oregon's past with some of its founders. This is not one of the founders here. This is Marta Bonet. She's the executive director of the Pittock Mansion Society, and this is really cool. The theme, of course, this year is
Hobbies and Pastimes.
Hobbies and Pastimes. We've showed you some of the hiking and some of the other outdoor pursuits that the Pittocks love to do. But let's just go in. Everybody loves to go into a kitchen. This is the Butler's, would have been the Butler's Pantry, or the
Yes.
Butler's Pantry, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's stop here because the theme and everything in the Butler's Pantry and the kitchen has to do with Tom and Jerry. And you didn't know what a Tom and Jerry was, right?
No, originally I did not know.
That's just batter and booze and hot water, right? Essentially.
Yeah, it's kind of like a cross between eggnog and a hot toddy.
I'm on with that. I'm on with that. And here's the Butler's Pantry. Now, first of all, a little bit about some of what we're standing on because it's kind of cool too.
Yes, it's a puzzle floor that's 8,000 pieces and it's actually rubber, so it would have been a little bit more comfortable for the servants to stand on, for the cook to stand on all day, and a little bit more, a little less likely to slip if they drop something on it.
The sink right here. Describe, this is a cool sink. Describe this for me.
Also, a special metal alloy that would have been a little bit softer, so if you were doing the china and the glassware after dinner, a little less likely to break it.
And these things right here are drains, Carl. You can see those right there. There's no actual drain in the bottom of the pan. That's the top of the drain there. That is just neat, and it's a cool little replica of what would have been here when the mansion was built in about 1914. This would have been the main kitchen area. This is where all the food was made, right?
Yes.
Right. And Tom and Jerry in here too is the theme. Yeah. How'd you guys come up with this, by the way?
Well, it's a wonderful idea that the decorator had, and the collections of the Tom and Jerry sets throughout really belong to them.
And so, you know what? I'm old enough, sadly, to remember over at Grandma's house, we had a bowl like this, and that bowl was in the refrigerator during the holidays, and it did have some Tom and Jerry batter in there. And you know what? As a 13 or a 14-year-old, I may or may not have stolen some of the Tom and Jerry and put a little bourbon in there with some hot water and had a sip of that or two myself. I may or may not have done that.
No one's going to tell.
Nobody's tell. Our secrets are all out. But the kitchen is really neat. And again, the Tom and Jerry theme is worked in through here. This would have been the tray with all of the, Carl here to your right a little bit, Carl down here on the stove. This would have been the tray with all the ingredients. And this stuff had, as you can see, a lot of powdered sugar, a lot of whiskey, and a few other things there to make it taste nice and sweet. A lot of egg yolks, I guess, too, as well. So, and the rubber floor kind of carries in here to the kitchen too, right?
Yes.
All right. A little bit more about, finally, about people wanting to come up here and check it out. How do they do it?
We are open daily from 10 to 4, and admission for adults is $12, so you can get up here in your own vehicle, you can do a ride share, but please come see us and enjoy the holidays.
It's a neat way to spend part of the holidays, and you can self-guide yourself around here, and you can spend anywhere from a half an hour to 4 or 5 or 6 hours as long as they're open here, because every time I come up here, I see something new.
Yes, it's a place where there's a lot to see and take in, and especially at the holidays with all these wonderful decorations.
And of course, when you see all this stuff, Jenny, it's all got accompanying written materials too. So when you're looking at stuff, you learn a lot about the history of Portland, about the Pittock family, about why they built the house, who lived here, why they lived here, and a lot of other things, looking about 104 years back into Portland's history. We are at Pittock Mansion this morning where they are decked out for the holidays, and the theme again is Hobbies and Pastimes. And you know what? In 1914, I think one of my hobbies during the holidays would have been Tom and Jerry with a little bourbon in there, or maybe a lot of bourbon in there.
Yeah. So I feel like we learned something because none of us knew what a Tom and Jerry, we thought that was the cat and mouse cartoon. So it's something that you put a drink into.
Nobody knows what a Tom and Jerry is.
I mean,
you guys
now
don't
we
know what
do.
a Tom and Jerry's? It's batter. That was in Grandma's refrigerator.
Okay, not in Grandma
That was in
Hanson's,
everybody's
but
grandma's refrigerator.
Before my time.
it was before our time, Cora. You're
Let me tell you
significantly
something.
older than us. Apparently.
Frida Olson was never without Tom and Jerry batter in her refrigerator.
Okay.
Never.
All right. Well, that's good for Frida. And we're gonna
She's ready.
maybe
And
it'll be a
Russell
new
drank a lot
tradition.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try it.
Okay.
Maybe.
Very interesting.